Hello friends, thanks for joining me today. Who is ready for a little survival mode quick makeup, because that's the mode I'm in this week. I've got one sick kid, I've still got a 3-year-old to take care of, still have a 6-year-old running around, and just still have a life I have to lead here, okay? I'm praying that today when Belle wakes up she feels better. Yesterday was a great day in terms of keeping food down. This has been a stomach virus thing for the last few days, and the thing was, every time she got up she was like, I feel so weak. And you know, that happens. You've been laying down for a while and your body's been going through a lot. So I'm hoping that today, after a good night's sleep, maybe she'll feel better and we can get back to some normalcy. But because of all this, like, I want to do a quicker makeup routine. I need some more time to do other things in the morning. Still want to do makeup because I love doing makeup, but the beautiful thing about it is you can adjust your routine according to what life's circumstances are throwing at you. Today's is going to be kind of bare bones, quick, and all drugstore. I figured maybe there's somebody out there who needs an idea like this as well. So skin is already prepped. Already got the serums and the moisturizer and the eye cream and the sunscreen on. So now I'm gonna reach for a makeup stick. I feel like sticks are so quick and easy. You just swipe them on. There's no mess to them. They're really great, honestly. And this one from Maybelline, the Fit Me Shine Free Plus Balance stick, I wear it in the shade Classic Ivory 120. It's actually really good. I've talked about this one before. It has that little like core, I guess, of shine-free stuff, but you know, I'm normal to dry skin and this stick is no like issue for me. It doesn't seem overly dry or anything, and it just looks really nice and natural once you've got it all on. So you just draw it on, and then I'm going to use a nice little dense brush, this one that you often see me use, e.l.f. Duo Complexion, and just start buffing that in, and it's so easy to blend. It's like the easiest stick foundation to get worked into the skin. I'm just doing a light circular motion. I'm doing very light pressure on my skin and with ease. I've got a little bit evened out coverage now. I would say a, light to medium coverage. It's buildable too. You can go over different places and add a little bit more. But for my concealer, I'm going to take something that's, concealer's going to have a little more potent coverage. So my stick for that is the Revlon Photo Ready. And I fairly recently repurchased this in the shade Light. I think I had light medium for a long time. And I just thought, this is a classic. This is a really good stick concealer, but I want to be able to have that added brightness around the under eye. So I think this shade is perfect. So here I am just kind of drawing it on in that zone. A great creamy concealer. There's no drag with this. This is not like the stick concealers of the olden days. Another really good one is the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Stick Concealer. It has a hydrating core. And Almay also makes a very good drugstore stick concealer. So those are all good options. But I'm just kind of pressing this product in now as opposed to a real circular motion thing. See how I'm just like bopping my brush right in here? Today we have the added obstacle of Biddy having a dentist appointment. Actually, Belle had one too, but I just felt like that probably wasn't going to work, so I went ahead and canceled hers, rescheduled for another time, and I'm going to have to get Biddy in, take her out of school. Bubba's actually going to go to work with Bub for like an hour this morning. And Belle hopefully will be back in school. I've really tried to not call in mom and dad's help because I haven't wanted them to catch any of this or get sick. So still kind of working out what's going to happen with her this morning. Some things are still up in the air if she's still not feeling good today, but there's that concealer all blended in, and I feel like the look on the skin is natural. It's not too much, not too thick. And I played with this yesterday, just setting with my Wet n Wild 5-in-1 Essence Primer Plus Finish Powder. This is that powder where you can go too far with it. I was just kind of experimenting. I knew I loved Rimmel Stay Matte. Like that would be a classic thing for me to do at this point in time. But I thought, let's try the new stuff. And it does work really well, but gosh, you gotta not pick up too much because a lot wants to come off on the brush. But this is a new product. You saw me use it in a recent video. And I'm just going to set my under eye, set my T-zone with it. I had some decent staying power when I set with this, so it can work. And what I've been dealing with lately has been a cold. My nose has been a little extra red because of that, but overall, we're hanging in there. Then, a multi-palette. Any kind of multi-palette you have. I've used my Hourglass palette, the elephant one, in recent days, but this is a really affordable option from Maybelline. It's been around for a while. The Master Contour. I feel like this and the Fit Me stick and the Revlon Photo Ready stick. These items are so old school, but this is the medium to deep Master Contour palette, and it does work. It does work, my friends. So we got a contour, a blush, and a highlight, and it's just so quick to bounce around within one palette for your steps like this. It always speeds things up, like without fail. So if you're ever feeling like the process is taking you too long and you need a shortcut, think about any kind of palette that is putting multiple steps in one. You're not fumbling through for different products, you're just maybe grabbing a different brush, and it's easy. So I'm getting that bronzer step, that contour on, which in this medium to deep palette, for me, it's definitely enough color. Especially this time of year, like I'm really seeing that contrast there. Okay, see, we got a little contour, we've got a little color on the skin now. It's looking great. Adding just a little more. Blush and highlight both have some shimmer. I'm going to go into this peachy, rosy blush. Look at that. This is the same kind of formula of like those little square Fit Me blushes, you know. It's decently pigmented, but you don't have to really be too careful with it. I'm a fan of that. I feel like I'm coming to life. And then the highlight, I'm using Real Techniques setting brush, going into it and just boom. Just a little light right in there. I mean, who's been sleeping on this stuff? Or who remembers having it years ago, but it's still available? This may have been featured in a video about older products that are still kicking kind of thing. You can still find this at Walmart. All this stuff is available. Okay, so now I've got that little bit of glow. I'm going to use some setting spray. Wet n Wild Natural Finish. This is a great one. It also comes in multiple scents, but the sprayer is excellent. Just a few mists. Oh, it's so perfect. Better than some different high-end mists that I have, for sure. Simply in the way the spray sprays out, and it's never big droplets. I'm gonna do a little brow with a couple of very basic steps. You could just stick to like a brow mascara here. I think I do have the time to fill in with a pencil. I'm gonna use my Wet n Wild retractable brow pencil in ash brown, or as we say, nice ash, and it's kind of a thicker pencil, okay? So it does do the work a bit faster. It's like a big teardrop or triangle shape. So I guess I feel like this is a speedier option than some of my really fine brow pencils. And this shade has always just been perfection. And if you never tried this one, I will warn you, she does smell like crayons, but like I sometimes say, I'm not up smelling my eyebrows all day, so it's fine. I'm not sure how long this little routine is going to end up being by the time I edit it. Obviously, I'm talking. If I wasn't talking, it would be a lot quicker, a lot shorter. So the length of the video may not be an accurate representation of the true length of the makeup routine. Okay, getting all filled in and brushed through. Great product. Really easy product for me. And then just setting it with some NYX Control Freak, because there are a lot of things going on in my day that I can't control, but I can control my eyebrows. Simple as that. Now, what do we do about the eyes? You know, we could reach for a quick shadow stick and run that over the lids. Personally, what intimidates me even less than a shadow stick is just going back to my face palette and using some of that on the eyes, especially if it's well pigmented. You know, you're gonna have a real easy time doing an eye look there. So just squeeze out a little eye primer, or maybe, you know, when you were doing your concealer, you even went over your eyelids, and maybe that'll be enough for you. But I'm just grabbing a little eye primer because I do get asked this sometimes, like, why don't you put foundation and concealer over your eyelids? And I feel like that's just an added layer of something that can cause creasing on me later in the day. Thankfully, I mean, I don't have a ton of eyelid discoloration, so I don't feel like I need my coverage products raked over that area too much, and I can just use my eye primer, which I fully believe in, as you know. I'm gonna go back to this guy, and I'm gonna use my little double-ended brush here from Persona, go into my contour, and it's the ultimate shortcut. I mean, there probably haven't been a lot of quick makeup routines that I've done where I haven't pulled in a face palette to multitask, because this is just where it's at. You can look so complete, and you didn't have to dig for an eyeshadow palette or fuss with deep dark colors when you really don't feel like taking the time to do thoughtful blending. So this brush is worth its weight in gold. I love this blend and apply brush from Persona. Also love the smudge and define. Those have really turned out to be my two most used, and I see how diffused and nice this is. Just that little contour shade, and then taking my little apply side. Also, we're just putting a little bronzer on the lid, like outer lid. And then feel like taking some of the highlight, because that was really nice. And just a gentle sheen right in here. Look, I mean, this is like a 1 minute eye here. Easy. Looks like something, right? You've never sold a look better than that, Em. Eyeliner, we got layers here. You know, we could go for a more time-consuming liquid liner. Not doing that. Pencil liner, pretty easy, really. Can be very simple. I don't think I even feel like being that precise. Lazy liner, taking a jumbo shadow stick and working it along the lash line. I think I might do that today. Are they still making the e.l.f. Cookies and Dreams stuff? This brown in the shade Cookie Lover. I love this because it reminds me of Laura Mercier Caviar Stick and Cocoa. But look how you've suddenly gotten, like, I'm not even trying, y'all. I'm not even trying to do it right. I'm just like putting it near my lash line. It's soft enough to transfer without me tugging. Highly recommend. And if they don't have this, maybe they just have a deep brown in their regular line of stuff, but I've loved this one. And I also am a cookie lover, so it all works. Curl the lashes, do some mascara. I would not skip this step. The mascara can do a world of difference for the awakeness of the face. I'm definitely using Lash Paradise. I've been on a huge Lash Paradise kick lately, and one day over the weekend I took someone's tip to really like separate out my lashes between coats. Like really take the time. I didn't have one of those cute little like metal lash combs, but I did just use a spoolie, and I kind of just went through and like raked through my lashes after coat 1 and then put coat 2 on and did the same thing, and they looked so full and fluffy. So there's something to that, but when we're in survival mode, we're just trying to put it on right and not have a bunch of smudges everywhere. Lash Paradise really builds up my lashes quickly. They end up having that kind of full and fluffy look because it's not chunking them together. Like, seriously, that was so fast. Well, if you're having a week like mine, one thing I will caution you on that's more important than all this is don't forget to drink your water. Don't go getting dehydrated while you're trying to rush around and keep your little one who's sick hydrated. And then also don't forget to eat. Because I got to the end of the day yesterday and I was just stressed. And see, some people are stress eaters. I'm a stress not eater. I can feel not hungry at all, and it could be well past dinner time. Skipping meals is not a good look for me because I can sometimes run into a migraine for doing that. So I really have to remember. But yesterday I was worried about Belle. I didn't like the thought that here she is. She's been, you know, keeping good food and replenishing liquids down all day, and it should seem like she's doing better, but she still feels so weak. It's like, what am I doing wrong? Like, I know it's a virus running its course, but dang, I was just worried about her and stressed. If I feel that way, I can easily not feel hungry, but you gotta take care of yourself. A lot easier to just grab a Kind bar, get some water. You know, it's a lot easier to just do that than it's gonna be to cope with the aftermath of you getting way dehydrated or not eating enough. This mascara is just the best. Oh, as I go and I get a big glob of it on my skin. Lovely. I was gonna wait for it to dry and stuff, but it was such a big glob. I was worried it might not happen real soon. Okay, that's all right. I'm just reinforcing my curl, and I'm gonna do a little Cali Ray Come Hell or High Water on my lower lashes. Eyes are done. I even did some smudging on the lower lash line. Not smudging, that sounds too deliberate. I made a mess of my lower mascara. I had to fix that too. Getting sloppy. Now for lips, I often say like it's just as much effort to do a bolder looking lip as it is a lighter lip. Like if you just have a range of products to choose from, pick something that has a little more color, because then that's giving you more mileage for your look. It's giving you a more done appearance, I think. I really need something balmy today because my lips feel so dry from this cold. So I pulled out a Burt's Bees lip shimmer in the shade Fig. You know, like you could think, well, I'm doing a light natural look. I'm just gonna reach for something that's super barely there. And I understand that. Maybe, you know, it's just a Blistex kind of day. I get it. But look, this feels amazing, and look at the color I'm gonna get. These are all great. I got in a real rediscovered mode with these not all that long ago. Oh, the cooling sensation. So pretty, this Fig shade. I have a lot of them though. I love them. But truly, don't you agree it added a lot to the look? One simple tinted balmy step. Now I had to do a little repair here under the eye because I blinked and the Cali Ray like got me underneath. So I had to add like a little more concealer and a touch more powder already to the under eye, but I am gonna put on maybe a smidge more blush. I love that. And really everything in here is kind of a classic product. I mean, you could sub in Rimmel Stay Matte here and it would have been like a full face of classics, right? But yeah, that's my look today. That's my survival mode makeup. I feel completely finished and happy with the way everything turned out, but it was just easy stuff to pull off and quick stuff too. Always good to have a look like that in your hip pocket. I feel like oftentimes like my channel is a genuine reflection of what's happening in my life at different points, and you know, this week is one of those weeks where I just need something quick. To anyone else who needs it as well, here you go. Thank you for watching. I will see you again very soon. I love you. Bye.